Hi everyone, SBG back again. I forgot to mention a few points in my last video, and I was talking about the nightclubs and bars and how young men should avoid them. But in regard to that video, I was talking about in Western countries. And as you know, I've lived in Asia before, and I used to go out to bars and a few discos and nightclubs occasionally. About 10 or 12, 13 years ago, I used to go out quite a lot. I quite actually liked the nightlife, and I just feel in Asia it's quite different. I've never had a problem in bars or nightclubs over there. As long as you don't provoke anyone, it's actually very safe. And I've also never had to pay a cover charge in any Asian country. I find the idea of a cover charge very strange. It's just a way to get extra money out of people. But in China, Thailand, Hong Kong, I never ever paid a cover charge. And people in those places were pretty chilled out. As long as you don't provoke anyone and start a fight, you've got nothing to worry about. But here in the West, it's totally different, because if you're just an average guy, you will get singled out because you don't fit in, just because you're not good looking, and maybe because you don't have a presence on social media, you don't have a big social network. So if you're out by yourself, you could be singled out, and people will pay more attention to you in a negative sort of way. But just going back to Asia, having said what I said before, even though I feel it's fairly safe in the Asian countries, when I'm in Pattaya, I still don't go to Walking Street where all the discos are. I went to Walking Street a few years ago, about 8 PM at night, and just had a look around. I didn't really like it, and there are quite a few discos down there, like Marine Disco, 808, and a few others. I think a few of them have closed down now, but I still go down to Walking Street during the day sometimes near Marine Disco, because underneath there are two small bars, and there's a concrete platform overlooking the ocean. It's quite a good view, but that's the only reason why I go down there. But at night, I'd never go down there. Same with go-go bars, they're just a rip-off, and I just hate anywhere where a door closes behind you. I just feel uncomfortable and a bit anxious in regard to that. So I usually just go to like open-air bars, or a few of the more, you could say, upmarket bars around LK Metro area, but generally I'll just go to beer bars and play pool. That's more my sort of style. But I don't really drink much these days anyway, especially now that I've got cancer, so I'm having a more sedate sort of lifestyle compared to when I was about in my late 30s or my early 40s, for example. So I just wanted to mention that. I left it out in the last video. But anyway, leave a few comments on the two videos. Tell me how you feel in regard to this. What's your opinion about bars, discos, nightclubs nowadays? And if you're an older guy, how do you feel about social life now compared to back in the late 70s, mid 80s, late 80s, early 90s, for example? Give me a bit of feedback, and I'll talk to you later. Cheers.